I woke up this morning extremely ill, but we're gonna go ahead and get into making a sample pack. Let's just get right into it. Let's do it. The way that I like to approach making a sample pack is just getting some good sounds going. We'll just get a chord progression going. All right, and then we'll just add some humanization in here. Processing is really important, I think. Just being able to pull out a sample and be like, wow, this sounds really good is important. But also, some producers like to be able to work with the sounds that they have. So we don't want to go too crazy. So it's kind of finding a good line in between. Okay, so we want some interesting stuff to happen to this, because if you just pulled this out, you'd be like, oh, okay, I don't really know what to do with this. So we want to add some layers to the sound. So what I like to do is I like to EQ this first and then move on to the next thing, because I already have a pretty good idea of what I want to do, like what the layers are going to sound like, so I know where I should EQ this, and then you can just always adjust it later if it's not exactly what you want it to be. So let's add, yeah, let's just do some serum stuff. I think that's fun. We'll just go with a sine wave with some unison. We don't want to do too much, I think. And I'm just going to duplicate this here, and I'm going to turn this way down. And I'm going to edit the sound as we listen to it. All right, I want some movement here, so I'm going to take the level. I'm going to take the LFL1 and put it on my level here, and I'm going to change this to a sine. And then I'm just going to adjust this a little bit, just so it's not so cookie cutter sine wave. Okay, I think that's cool. And then we will kind of shorten that a little bit, and let's take a listen. All right, let's take this off BPM and take the hertz down. We'll change the envelope here. Let's turn the level up. And we'll take the attack up so it's not such an attacky sound. Let's put some noise on there, and we'll do the same. We'll take the same LFO and put it on the level. Let's turn it way down. Okay, I like that. And then we're going to take this envelope and put it on the cutoff of this filter here. And we're going to cut it down and send it this way. Just so we get the bright sound at the beginning and it kind of stops by the end of the chord. I'm going to take a second LFO. I'm going to change it to a sine wave again. Kind of do the same thing, just a little bit different. There's no science here. I'm just moving stuff around a little bit. And we're going to take that and put that on the fine tuning. I'm going to turn that way down. You can kind of hear the pitch shifting. But if we put it down in here, just add some movement to the chord. Let's listen to them together. Okay, so for the first keyboard, I want just a little bit of delay there. So I'm just going to use the stock Ableton delay. And I want a chorus on there too. Alright, let's actually throw this in mono. You can hear if that sounds any good or not. Okay, so we have the EQ from the first pad. Let's throw it on the second one and kind of just arrange it a little bit different. So we'll bring this up, and we'll bring this high pass all the way up here. And come out here with this about to 7K. Turn that down a little bit. So I want a little bit of a melody, but I don't want it to really be up front. I want the pad to be the main sound that we're messing with. I'm gonna go with Cradle again just because I love it. I really like the bell sound in this, so let's kind of EQ out the rest of the stuff. Okay, we're going to take the EQ from this, put it here, and we're just going to move this over to about 7K. And it should be mostly the high part and the noise. And then I think I'm going to do an auto pan on it. Alright, so the EQ on this is only giving us a top end, and I don't really want that anymore, so let's take this to about 2.5. And we'll turn up around 500, because I know that's where the foundation or fundamental of the sound. Alright, I want this to be a little crispier maybe. Maybe I'll just make that another layer. Alright, let's figure out kind of a counter melody thing. I'm just going to duplicate the melody. And do something a little different. And then I think I'm going to throw an auto pan on to this, just a real light one. I don't really like making sample packs that have a bunch of percussion in it, because I like to do the percussion myself. So I like to keep it to kind of like chords and a melody. So let's just keep it in that vein for now. Okay, let's do some mixing. So we need kind of a bass sound too. Let's make a kind of like a Reese bass kind of thing. I don't know if you really want to call it that, but let's get into a little bit of mixing. All right, I want kind of like a room reverb just so everything's kind of sitting in the same space. I like to use the SSL reverbs for this. I'm just going to do live room. We'll turn that up on everything. Boom, boom, boom. I would normally just group everything together, but I don't want to. For the reverb for this, I really like to, um, I'll just grab like, let's just put Frank CS on there. I'll put the high pass at like 80 and the attenuation here at like 7K and drop it. And then I'll scoop the mids as well at like 1K. And then I'll do like an insane amount of compression and drive. So this should be pretty distorted. And then slow attack, fast release. And we'll bring the threshold all the way down and the ratio all the way up. And the mix will set to like 20%. It'll crank the output. And we'll turn that down here. I'll do this for some like room reverbs for something that's just like overall kind of crunchy and dirty already. Usually I won't use so much drive, but I like the way that sounds here for now, so we'll keep it. I need some delay going on there, so let's add a delay return track, rhythm, delay, and I'll use the J37 here. Let's add another delay for the melody. Then what I'm going to do from here is I'm just going to make an audio track, resample. I'm just going to resample this, a single track. I'm just going to delete all this. I don't even want to think about it anymore. We're going to drag this over. And then we can kind of get into more mastery type stuff. Let's just see what it sounds like detuned, just for fun. Let's do compressor. And then for the finale, you know that we have to throw RC20 on there. Just cause. I'm probably going to turn the vinyl sound all the way down because it's going to sound terrible. And then just to show you how easy it is to turn this into a track, let's just make one. And if you want to save this sample, hit the save button down here. And then if we right click here, show in Explorer, then your audio file will be here. You know, I have like 1,000 hours in this game and I'm still just completely garbage. Banger!